6 proven steps to find your career clarity. How to find your career direction. So these are the 6 proven steps that I summarized that work for myself, work for the 100 and close to 1,000 clients that I've worked with. Some of you are trying to find your career direction only with a few of the steps. You need all 6 steps. So let's hear what they are. Hello, career seekers. Jade, based in Sydney, helping you to find and land in a career that's aligned with your personality. You can thrive with who you are, what you're best at, and really contribute in the way that matters to yourself. Alright, 6 proven steps to find your career clarity. The reason that I brought it up because it comes up again and again. So it's 2021, it's a new year, and I am literally formally certified and in my next step is coaching C-level people, executive level people, really senior manager level people. There are people from, Amazon and Asia Pacific regional managers in sales, in human resources, in finance, you name it. It's a next step for me, but it's also reassuring that coming back to what we're talking about today, career clarity. When we talk about career clarity, a lot of people are most confused at the early stage of their career. What I found out is there are 4 stages of your career. When you're just graduated, when you are the first job, let's say, your first career direction. And then when people are sort of in the mid-career, probably 8 to 10, up to 15 years in their mid-career, this is where people can reach that bottleneck and they can be confused and they don't have that clarity. And the third stage is people who are in their 40s and 50s, close to the retirement age. My first senior sales client that comes in talking said to me, I need to find the right job with the right direction because this could possibly be my last job. He's in his 50s, he's going to retire in his 60s, so the last job he finds has to be aligned with his career direction. So people in the third stage, in the 40s and 50s, could still be not so sure about their career clarity or their career direction. And lastly, people who are retired, they can be even more confusing. When you don't work for money anymore, there are so many choices, and again, you need to find your career direction and career clarity. So this is a topic perpetuate throughout the whole career journey of every single individual, and I have been bombarded with people with the same question throughout the 8 years journey that I've been a career coach. And I have summarized the 6 proven steps for you to actually find that very quickly and efficiently. Simple but easy, simple, not necessarily easy, simple. But let me get started with why do you want to gain that clarity? Like, what's the point of having, a clear career direction? What's going to happen if you don't have that? Let me bring it up. Some of my notes from my previous clients, words from their mouths. So when you're not sure about your career clarity or when you don't know the career direction that's right for you, chances are you may make wrong choices, you may take a wrong turn. And don't take me wrong, it could be good experiences, right? Especially the early stage, in your 20s. You want to try different things, you want to experiment different things. But in your 30s, I would say it's a process of eliminating. You don't want to try too many things anymore. In your 20s, you should. So in your 30s or 40s, if you are still jumping or hopping from job to job, changing so many different industries, like I personally changed 8 different industries, and there is a price to pay. Right? When you make choices, whenever you make a career transition, employer are going to ask you the same old question. Why do you change your job? How do I know you're going to stay in this job? How do I know you are going to be good at this job, given that you haven't done this before? Right? So when we make when we make different choices, if we make a wrong choice, there is a price to pay. While what you answer to the employer may not necessarily align with why or what you think, how you did it, but it's something that you should take into consideration. And the second reason or the pain or the potential damages could cause is people who are running circles. They are not progressing, they are not improving, they are not getting promoted. Partially because a lot of my clients do have transnational experiences and backgrounds, who are people not necessarily from an English-speaking country. English may not be their first language. That sometimes forms the biggest barrier, hence excuses of, That's why I'm not getting promoted. That's why I'm not climbing up the career ladder. Yes and no. And apart from the language, also the competence, your general level, your general ability, your general skills, so hard skills and soft skills. Nowadays, for executive or for manager level, the most important assessment in an interview or recruitment process is hard, solid evidence of your soft skills, like evidence of that. So having an improvement or enhancing all of the holistic skills of yours, or feeling like you're not improving, could be another reason that you're not progressing further down your career, because you didn't have a clarity of what to accumulate, what to improve, what to polish, what to become better at when you don't have that clarity. And thirdly, it's quite obvious if you don't have that clarity and then you're just trying this and that and going up here and then suddenly going up there, you're wasting time, wasting energy, and most of all, you're wasting the well-being of your mind, of your confidence, of the well-being of your family, people that you care. If you're not happy, they're not going to be happy. Not to mention if they're financially dependent on you, how challenging is it going to be? And fourthly, just feeling tired and fed up, not willing to go to work, waking up and getting out of bed, going to work. It's so hard. I've been there. There's a saying like going to work is like going to a grave. This is from a Chinese saying. I don't know if that really translates, but it's something like going to work is like going to a graveyard. It's just that how reluctant or how unpleasant it can be. Fifth reason is, if your career direction is not aligned with who you are, not aligned with the career or lifestyle that you want, you're not going to have that balance. You're not going to have that energy, time, quality, attention to your family, to people you care, to pets you care, to even your own hobby. You don't have the time, you don't have the money, you don't have the energy to pursue what you really want. Then what is the whole point of working? We're not working to live with, we're not living to work, we are working to live, to have a life. So that's some of the consequences, and maybe you may tick box and maybe raise a hand or click a like on this video if that happens to you. What could be the potential could be the potential loss that you may experience? What could you lose if you still don't have that? When you're uncertain, when you're confused is one of the things that I always hear from my clients. Lack of confidence, lack of direction, lack of instructions, don't know where to go, stuck in where they are, stuck in the stock. Don't really know what suits them anymore, don't really know what they like anymore. It's this very numb feeling. And I've been there, because I've been when I was going through depression, I definitely felt that I don't want to eat anything, I don't want to see anyone, I don't even have to get out of bed. There's nothing that I look forward to in life. That's how bad it could be. It's accumulation of not knowing what you want, or you forced yourself to pursue something that you really don't like, trying so hard, and then that's eventually where it turned to. Secondly, what you could lose. You lose your confidence in yourself. You feel incompetent, and you feel not capable and not suitable to a lot of jobs, because you don't know what you're good at. You don't know how to best express yourself. You don't know how to sell yourself authentically. Selling can be difficult or can be challenging to most of us, and yet it's one of those things that we must learn. And the thing we need to learn is really knowing how to do it in your own way. It's not about copying other people. But yet, if you haven't been doing that, if you don't feel like you're growing, if you don't feel like you're expanding, you are becoming better, you're being recognized, it's hard to really maintain that confidence, right? And again, a lot of my clients are using language as a reason. I have 2 French clients at the moment. One of them is using, because English is not my first language, it's really hard for me to network. Another one never cared about her language, tried so hard to talk to so many people, and yet she got the opportunity to try what she really wanted to try on the project, and she was so passionate. It's a legit reason, but you can definitely go through that. All right, and what else can you lose? Not, like I said, your physical well-being, your mental well-being, your skills are not improving. You may feel anxiety, it's difficult to socialize, you don't have a network, you don't have motivation. I made it sound really hard, but those are just the words that I collected from my clients. Making the wrong choice, there's risk involved. Family are not in harmony. Not everyone is not keeping it safe, not feeling financially safe, not making the whole environment or interaction happy. And the list goes on. And ultimately, what's the biggest thing that you want to achieve in your career? It's becoming a better you. It's becoming who you truly are, and contributing to the society and being of a use, having a legacy, right? Some people like to say that. And those are all the things that could be at risk. You may lose them. But I'm sure you want to know what are the things that you can gain, or what's the possibility? What does it really look like when you have that clear career clarity? Which is the 6 proven steps. Really having a clarity, it's how does it feel? It's really about knowing what's right for you, not just the next career direction. Having that direction is really good, but nowadays we do have to adjust our career directions, and flexibility is your transferable skills according to the changes of the job market. Having a certainty of who you are, what you stand for, what are you really good at, what are the absolute no's that's not a fit for you, what are the things that you really want to improve, what are the things you are already really good at. So you know how to make a choice for yourself, not just for now, but for the rest of your life. It is a lifelong journey until we retire. Even we retire, we're still gonna work. So yeah, that's how it looks like. So what are the 6 proven steps to find your career clarity? We'll start with the first one, is knowing what's really possible for you. There are 2 extremes. There are people who really fantasize beautiful things, amazing things, unrealistic things they want to do. Perhaps things that you dreamed of as a kid. But they have the value of referencing when it comes to career direction, pinpointing your career options. So it's really about knowing what's possible for you. What's the career and lifestyle options for yourself? And here I have designed a process for you to experience, not from a scientific assessment point of view, but also from reviewing your past life experiences as an exercise, as well as a meditative guided experiences for you to experience. I have great review from that. People experience amazing things that they never thought about came to mind. So several ways to helping you to really hone it into what's possible for you. And then we're down to the practical things, assessing your career profile. What's that? That's your career personality. What are you good at naturally? What are you naturally not so good at? How do you approach stress? How do you de-stress? How do other people look at you? And your career interests, right? Passion is the biggest driver. Yet, a lot of people, they are doing things really great without passion. So yes, passion or your career interest, it's an element we must assess. And your career competence, your core strengths. At the end of the day, people pay you for what you're really good at. So your job, apart from your growing, apart from your learning, you need to do, or at least a majority of the portion of the job, you need to be really using what you're good at, utilizing your strengths. So knowing what your strengths is the first step. And your career values, what makes you feel rewarded and appreciated, what makes you feel this company is the right culture for you, and what is the life and career lifestyle that's really good for you. This is what we will look into for your career profile. And a very important thing is your own success pattern. A very fun exercise, one of the must-do that all of my clients love. No matter how senior you are, or no matter how junior you are, it's so important to know what are the group of skills that you use at your turning point, at the times that you become, you overcome that difficulty, you achieve something. And eventually, a career option or career clarity means what industry, what company, what beginner role, and what progression role is. And that's normally for everyone 3 to 5 different roles. So going through the 6 steps, you will eventually find it. And guess what? How do you do the 6 steps? I put it together in a program for you already, in a module. And previously it was all done in a one-on-one, and now it's a proven process. It's very easy. You can do it online. It's online training. Very accessible price as well, and the process can be quick. It can be just for people, some people 1 to 2 weeks, some people maybe a month and a half, but it's fun exercise and it really works. So far I haven't met one people going through that and haven't found what's the right clarity for them. All right, great. Maybe some of you are trying some of the steps to do career clarity already, but it has to be in the right order, and it has to be something that's aligned with you. Sometimes you may need that, third-party professional advices. Definitely happy to jump on board if we can do extra one-on-one. But otherwise, this is the little gift that I developed over years to help myself, and I hope it can help you. If you want to find out more, reach out to me. Otherwise, I wish you all the best for your career and life. See you in next video. Leave a like, subscribe. Bye.